Hello, Virgo and Virgo rising. Welcome to your April 2016 reading. April brings with it a change of season, a change of attitude, and it's fitting that your channeled word for this month is transfer. I like transfer because multiple connotations can sort of be derived from this. One being a transfer of energy or attention. So this is really shifting your focus from one thing to another. It can also be a transfer of your own person to another location or a transfer of goods. I basically want to see you taking an active role in moving yourself, moving things to a more beneficial place than they have been. So let's see how that pans out when we look at all the cards. For those of you that are joining me for the first time, this is an extended forecast, so I start with the general read and then I go into health, wealth, love, and destiny. Let's go ahead and first shuffle the cards, and then I'll pull a catalyst card, which helps us sort of see how to connect to that energy of transference, and also or transferring, whatever you want to call it, and then also how that will connect with all of those other areas of your life. So here we go. I love this deck, but it is tricky to shuffle. All right, so the center card, I'll keep pulling while I'm talking. The center card is Justice Reversed. Justice Reversed is always about stepping away from something, usually anyway. And when that happens, you have to ask yourself, and it looks like it could be a difficult love situation or something that's taxing you emotionally. But whenever that happens, it's often difficult. Justice upright means weighing decisions and coming to a sort of resolution on your own. When it's reversed, a lot of times you don't have much of a choice in the matter, or it seems very sort of like one-sided. So let's take a look at your catalyst, and we'll review all the cards, and we'll try to see how we can ease that so that you feel more comfortable with the changes that are about to happen. All right, so let me shuffle this. We'll look at your catalyst, see if we can get a little context on what sort of Justice reversed. Okay, it is. And the Judgment card here was reversed. It's interesting because these aren't tarot cards; these are oracle cards. But as you know, Judgment is around 20, I believe, in tarot. So anyway, when I see Justice and now also Judgment, for many of you, what this means is you're in a point in your life where it's time to. It's sort of like a do or die moment. You have to make a decision, or someone's making a decision for you, and if it's the latter. What you need to try to do now is to have some sort of an effect, weigh in on some level so that you feel like a participant rather than like a subject to this ruling. And very interesting here because in the deep past we have King of Wands reversed. And so this card is often about stubbornness and potentially having your sort of your pride or dignity shade and get in the way of possible sort of out of this situation. So I feel like you might have had some warning signs. You may not have followed it because you thought, I'll show you. And if that's the case, then some of this stuff happened and you may be sort of regretting it, which is what I see here with the Three of Swords. If you fall into that category, the best thing you can do at this point is to take control of the situation, is to really watch what sort of words you're using. Again, if this is about litigation, separations, divorce, leaving or separating a contract, all of these things you need to be mindful. You need to get really good legal counsel at this point and make sure that you can get the best remaining sort of judgment that you can. Again, some things may have already been decided. For those of you that are in a really good space and you're not breaking up from someone, you're not in a legal sort of bind. Now, what Justice and Judgment are sort of challenging you to do are to reevaluate your life, because if we look here, we'll look at the right, and I'll help sort of train you and see where you can spend some time sort of like thinking through how to balance out your life, because Justice is all about the scales, balance, and often can even indicate a Libra, but let's look at everything here first. Okay, so crossing Justice reverse is Princess of Pentacles, aka Page of Pentacles. So one area where you want to be focusing some of your energy and your time is with money this month. And you'll see it's a very sort of thoughtful, contemplative look here. And so what I want you to do is take some time to research anything involving money. We're talking about tuition, we're talking about big ticket items, and even longer term things like your 401k and retirement savings, you really need to evaluate everything. There may have been a bad decision, justice reversed, or there may be an opportunity to make it better. So I've seen this in a few signs this month. It's a really good month to tweak your finances and make sure that you're doing the best that you can. It's also a time to look for new work opportunities or a new job. So some of you may be ready, willing, or forced to seek new employment. We have Ace of Swords, Justice, and King of Wands all reversed. These are power cards. So if you were feeling disenfranchised or feeling not very powerful in your current position, this is a time to move on. Towards the middle of the month, it might get a little bit worse before it gets better. I see here with the Three of Swords, particularly tying into the third week. But the rest of the month is really good for you. So Princess of Swords reversed, showing your current sort of hesitation. And again, the reversals mean the opposite of. Sometimes I have people say, why don't you turn the card right side up? Because there is a different connotation with it reversed. So with it reversed, with the Princess of Swords reversed, what I'm seeing here is it's difficult for many of you to not only sort of come to a decision, but then execute on that decision, which is why you may be needing legal counsel to get you in that right place. Even if you're not in a court battle, what it could mean is going to a friend, going to an advisor or a mentor, because you're double checking. You're feeling like, am I making the right decision? Is this the right thing to do? I do want to sort of leave you with one thought this month before we go any further, which is, one, you can't make everyone happy. This is what the Four of Cups is about. And two, don't forget there are other opportunities. There are positive sides to whatever it is that you have to sort of walk away from or sort of spill out and say that might be difficult. You're going to have so much more left, and it's going to be purer than the other stuff that you sort of been dealing with. Love is actually not a bad thing this month. I think after you get through, for many of you, the separation or the freedom that comes from sort of detaching yourself from a negative person or a negative situation will bring about better, more functional partnerships. So for those of you perhaps that are involved with a really negative Libra, usually Justice is Libra, or another air sign, because we have Ace of Swords reversed, then what's going to happen is you'll free yourself up for better partnerships. We have the High Priest here as your final card, which is showing me that you're going to come to a place of more control, which you were seeking at the beginning of the month, and also to a place where you can be more self-reliant. This is a card about breaking free of codependencies. So this is your wake-up call month. It's time for you to transfer out of negative situations, transfer energy into more prosperous situations, not to second guess your judgment when it comes to those areas. Really watch communication. Definitely lean on your mentors. Remember though, at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your decision, and that's what the High Priest is all about. Now let's expand your forecast to see how this applies to the areas of health, of wealth, of love, and of course destiny. So in your areas of health here, what I'm seeing is magic. Magic stream. So what this actually is, to me, it's almost another version of the Ace of Cups card, but in an oracle view, and it's showing me that love, relationships, and creative flow will increase around the 18th of the month. You'll actually feel like the card says here that there's sort of magic or sort of flowing energy that happens almost three-quarters of the way through the month is when things start to get better for you. So persevere and work hard as you get to that point. When we look at wealth, let's see what's coming through for you. Okay. Helpless and hopeless. Well, you're not. What this is basically saying is you're probably going to experience some thoughts of feeling powerless. We have the Three of Swords here, and that often comes with disappointment or loss. We have the Ace of Swords reversed, which may mean a loss of employment or a project that kind of goes by the wayside. So you may need to walk away, but you need to sort of check yourself and make sure that you know that there's a brighter future ahead of you. So for those of you walking away, don't leave defeated. Leave with the thought that I can do a lot better, and find a partnership that's going to suit that. For some of you, it's being an entrepreneur. For others, it's stepping up to a leadership role where perhaps you were always the person that was the follower before. So health, wealth, let's take a look at your love and see what's coming through for romance, for relationships, and such. So Inner Goddess comes out. This card is one, again, about self-reliance. It's very close to the High Priest. And basically it's showing a combination of yin and yang, of feminine and masculine energy, but also positive and negative energy. So you want to sort of ride the middle this month and rely on yourself. It is a great time through your creativity, since the goddess is all about fertile ideas, bringing things forward on a very sort of nurturing point of view. It's your month to sort of reach out, be creative. You'll draw in partnerships and love through your creativity this month. So allow that to happen. And also don't be afraid to be strong. I think that one thing that many of you are looking for, whether it's a male or female partner, is someone that is nurturing and also very strong. So cultivate that within yourself this month so that like will attract like. Now, finally, and most importantly, at least what I'm most curious about, is your destiny card, your opportunity, what's waiting on the horizon. Your destiny card, actually you got two because one's stuck here. So your destiny card is both river and karma. So it's interesting because we have the DNA card here too. So one thing that is possibly going to be a key opportunity is friends and family with your prosperity this month, with the movement, with which interestingly enough, sorry, easy for me to say, is associated with the transfer card. So the way that you can get to the next level, whether it's a new job, a new house, some new location, is through your relationships. I'm looking at DNA, through family, through love, and for some of you, through the karma that you've built for yourself over time. So I do firmly believe that everything has a way of working out. Sometimes it just takes a very long time for karma to sort of unravel. But I do see that happening this month for you if you're open to it. So that is the forecast. I'll summarize quickly. The main opportunities this month are it's movement overall. As we look at the cards, not fighting the flow here, because it looks like many of you just need to make sort of a hard break at the beginning of the month. Pay special attention to money. I know that there's a feeling here that you might be trapped here, but I do see the worst part getting over around the center of the month. Then new opportunities blossoming towards the end. When we look at your catalyst card, it's to check your judgment and to really listen to others when you need it, but ultimately it's your own intuition that matters. To allow that magic sort of energy to come in around the 18th of the month. This is going to help you with health, also with ideas. For wealth, basically showing that you shouldn't feel sort of victim to whatever's going on here. There are new opportunities, and sometimes letting go or being made redundant, sort of laid off, it's part of it. Love is about you being strong this month and attracting someone because of your independence, not because of your reliance on someone to someone. It's more about, wow, look at this person, they have their life together, they're following their dreams. And then finally, your last bit of information, which is destiny, is about movement and utilizing either your good karma that you've built up or your relationships with friends and family. It's all about who you know this month. In order to get where you want to be or where you should be. So that is everything for the month of April. If this was helpful, please like the video or leave a positive comment below. I do appreciate that. And if you'd ever like to have a personal reading, then reach out to me. I'll put a link in the corner. I offer Skype, telephone, and also FaceTime, as well as email. All four of those. I don't do in person anymore just because of complications, but the plenty of options there, and either a 1 month turnaround if you book now, or there's some rush options, whatever works for you. You can also keep in touch with me. I'm on all the major social networks, and I also have a newsletter, which is a great way to find out when these videos are posted each month. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Have a really prosperous beginning of spring or fall. And I look forward to seeing you again in a month. Satnam, and thank you so much.